Hey, good morning. It's Seth from Crawlworks. So here you can see behind us that we have our UForce that we're putting 6-inch portals on. A lot of people were asking questions like, why is it taking so long? Why isn't it done yet? Well, when we first did the portal kit on this machine here, I had to do a lot of modifications to make that portal kit work. So actually we've been chasing back and going back through everything that we modified and changed and bringing it back to stock form, which we currently have it at now. Just a few other things that we have to do. We did get the stock calipers and stock brakes and everything put back on it. I actually just finished force bleeding the brake system out in it. And I'm not exactly sure what I did. It's one of two things. So I used the factory CF-Moto master cylinder, but I compared it to a Polaris Razor XP4 master cylinder. Not the actual master cylinder itself, the internal parts and guts of it. So I did change all of the seals, the pistons, and everything that's in the factory CF-Moto master cylinder over to the Polaris Razor Turbo S piston. It's the same bore, it's the same push length and everything on it, but I ordered them straight from Polaris. I didn't order them on Amazon, eBay, or anything like that. So I think there's a quality issue with some of the stuff that goes on with this machine, because especially where it's made from, right? The second thing that I did is the weird line splitter that they have on the back of the machine. I actually have it laying here. I cut it out because I put all new lines in. So this is how they split your brake lines off on the back. Unfortunately, the line with the black on it is what comes from the front, and it pushes straight into the driver's side. Now this one here goes over to the passenger side. Well, to me, that does not split it correctly. This should come from the front and split off into a T, so you get equalized pressure pushing against the T to flow to each wheel. So what we did is again, we went to Polaris, and I actually bought their splitter block, a front brake line, and brake lines that go to the right side and the left side of the machine. And I used Turbo S 4-seater parts for this. So I replaced the brake line from the back all the way to the front, and then installed this brake line splitter in the back, and also used Turbo S brake lines to come over to the left side and to the right side. But what I can say is I've never had a brake pedal that felt like this since I bought this machine, and it was brand new, and only modifications that was done to it was a set of 30-inch carnivore tires. Now, we've been complaining about some braking issues for quite a while, and so have other people, about sponginess and stuff like that. Now, I haven't taken this out and drove it yet because I'm still waiting on 2 rear axles, because when I ordered everything, my dumbass forgot to order axles for the rear because my axles was modified from a CF-Moto to a Razor 800. So currently, I'm just waiting on 2 rear axles so I can sit it back down on the ground and drive it and test it out. We did go with the 6-inch portals over here. And sorry about this. I'm using my cell phone because all my cameras are dead from my trip. And I'm about ready just to break down and buy some really good camera equipment because I'm really tired of this. The GoPro's not working. My Canon T5 quit working. So I think I'm about ready to be like RNG and go out and spend the big bucks, even though I don't make anything close to what he does with his shop and stuff. And really just buy a Sony Alpha 7 camera so we can get better content, better video footage. Better stuff here. But I just wanted to jump on here and just give a little bit of an update why the CF-Moto has not been done, and it's been taking us 2-3 weeks since we've got our portals to get this machine done, getting it sit back down on the ground and getting it looking right and figuring out what size tire, if we're going to stick with 35 or if we're going to go to a 37. I also have been kicking around the idea of maybe just getting that 6-inch lift kit, A-arm lift kit as well from you know who. Not that I want to. And give this thing a total of 12-inch lift on set of 40s and fab up some A-arm stiffeners that go from here to the center of the machine, like drag link bars. So yeah, ever since I've been watching that show Mud Madness, it really got me like, I want to take this thing out. I want to ride it in the mud. I'm not going to race it or nothing. I just want to drive it through some mud. I mean, fuck, I'll drive it to Arkansas, North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever, to ride it in some mud, because that's where it belongs. That's what I built it originally for, and hell, that's what I want to do with it. So that's just a little update. Those are the two things that I did to the brakes. If you want to go ahead and try it, go ahead and try it. I believe it was one of the two. It's kind of hard to go back and narrow it down now because I did all of these revisions once I started bolting the portal kit on. So I can't say if it was the master cylinder or if it's that stupid splitter that's in the back. I've never seen a splitter like that on any machine ever. CF-Moto was the first ones that I seen it on. Never seen it on Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, any of those. Never seen it. I've never even seen it on a car. It's always a splitter block. So it's one of the two, and again, it's fairly cheap. It's like $300 for everything to get the master cylinder rebuild kit and the brake line and everything. I think I ordered the rear brake lines came off of Amazon because they were only like $20, $30 versus like $50 a piece from Polaris. But I did order the front brake line that goes all the way from the front to the rear from Polaris. And the other stuff. So that's my update. I'll see you later.